From the pages of WWE Raw magazine, December 2004, we step into a world where the boundaries between entertainment and brutality blur, and every page hits harder than the last. This isn't just a recap, it's a war journal of one of the most intense eras in WWE history. The Raw brand is volatile. The superstars are sharp-tongued, violent, and chasing legacies, and this magazine captures it all. We begin with the editor's letter, which sets the tone for the issue, highlighting the new wave of talent, chaos in the women's division, and the magazine's commitment to peeling back the layers of the wrestlers' personas. The opening pages are loud, stylized, and loaded with dark red tones, channeling Raw's rebellious edge. The spotlight immediately turns to Chris Benoit, fresh off his landmark victory at WrestleMania then tanks. The article, titled Benoit's Burden, digs into the mental and physical cost of being a technical perfectionist in a world of sports entertainers. He talks about pain, pride, and pressure. We're reminded of the years he spent in Japan, ECW, WCW, and how it all built to one moment in Madison Square Garden. The piece emphasizes that Benoit's title win was not just for himself, but for every so-called wrestler's wrestler that came before. We turn to a blistering segment titled Girls Fight Dirty, featuring Lita and Trish Stratus. Gone are the photo shoots and diva calendar plugs. This is about hate. The rivalry between Trish and Lita is framed as a modern-day blood feud. Trish mocks Lita's history of injuries. Lita calls Trish a Barbie doll hiding behind insults. It's physical, it's personal, and this article previews a collision course that would lead to one of the most iconic Raw main events in history. Shelton Benjamin is profiled next in a feature titled The Quiet Rise. The magazine praises his athleticism, his amateur wrestling pedigree, and his ability to steal the show, even when nobody expected him to. From his early days with Charlie Haas to standing toe-to-toe with Triple H on Raw, Shelton's evolution is documented with both respect and anticipation. Then we enter the fantasy warfare arena, this time featuring Tyson Tomko versus Diesel. The premise is straightforward: power versus power. The analysis compares Tomko's unpolished brutality and Diesel's polished dominance from the mid-90s. In a detailed play-by-play breakdown, Diesel is ultimately given the win due to experience, ring psychology, and the jackknife powerbomb. Tomko's potential is acknowledged, but Big Daddy Cool takes the crown. A reflective column from Jim Ross titled From Ringside follows. JR laments the decline of respect in the locker room. He critiques younger wrestlers who are more concerned with selling t-shirts than telling stories. It's classic Ross, honest, blunt, and dripping with old-school credibility. There's also a DVD spotlight on the ECW Hardcore History set, which is treated less like a product and more like an invitation to chaos. The piece recounts wild moments: the Sandman's beer bash, Sabu's table dives, Raven's twisted psychology, and Paul Heyman's rants. The tone is clear. If you think WWE is hardcore, wait until you revisit the original ECW. We turn the page to the Divas Unleashed gallery, a glossy, provocative photo spread of Trish, Lita, Stacy Keibler, and Tori Wilson. Styled like a high-end fashion shoot but injected with edge, each diva is posed in dramatic lighting and heavy attitude. The captions tease rivalries and upcoming feuds. Moving into the ad space, we get a full-page promotion for Blood Rain 2, showing the female vampire protagonist covered in blood, holding a blade. Raw synergy. A King of Fighters sweepstakes, offering fans a chance to win a PS2 and free copies of the fighting game. A WWE 24/7 on-demand plug with access to over 100 hours of classic matches, and a merchandise catalog for replica title belts, Steve Austin vests, and Undertaker trench coats. If you ever wanted to walk like a superstar, this was your shopping guide. The Raw rankings are tucked into the center, with Triple H holding the #1 spot, followed by Chris Benoit, Randy Orton, Edge, and Kane. Lita and Trish dominate the women's rankings, while Eugene, Maven, and Tajiri round out the mid-card surprises. We close out with a fan conda section, quick-hit reader questions about pay-per-views, favorite finishers, and which diva would win in a no-holds-barred catfight. The answers are tongue-in-cheek, irreverent, and perfectly suited to the Raw voice. And finally, the last page ends with Last Call, a cheeky little blurb implying Triple H once bench-pressed a vending machine to avoid paying for a protein bar. True or not, it's Raw magazine. Kayfabe and fiction meet backstage gossip. So if you remember when Triple H ruled with a sledgehammer, when Lita main evented Raw, when Benoit wore gold with pride and ECW still haunted WWE's halls, this issue is your time capsule. Every ad, every jab, every drop of sweat, preserved on glossy paper. So do what Chris Jericho might say, read it in, man. Then like, share, and subscribe, because every single day we bring the storylines, the scars, and the smack talk from the pages.